And welcome to the Part-Time Nerd Podcast with me, your host, Alan. And as always, as we discuss the world of the Doctor, the good Doctor, not the good Doctor, but Doctor Who, Mr. Fancy Francis is here. How you doing, buddy?
Hello, I'm good.
Good to hear. Here we are, Season 1, Episode 12. We talked about it last episode. Bad Wolf. That's the name of this episode. They noticed last one that term just always showed up everywhere. So now we get a little bit about Bad Wolf. I don't think we get a ton in this episode, but we get a little bit about it. This one picks up 100 years after episode number 7, which episode number 7 is when they were on Satellite 5, the news satellite. That's where we talked about Adam, the whole half episode that he lasted in companionship with everybody before they got rid of him. But this episode was weird. Like, as you're watching it, you're like, what the heck is going on? What do you got on this one? What are some of your thoughts?
Oh, I loved it. I loved how there's so just like I feel like there's just like so much happening, because especially you got the Doctor, Rose, and Jack. Thank you.
Jack. Yeah.
They're all in different rooms for the game show type thing.
Yep.
So kind of like learning what they're doing. I thought it was really fun, on top of like seeing the background, the people, I guess, running the games, kind of like them in their scenario. They're trying to figure out kind of what's going on too, and just it was crazy. It really wasn't crazy, just so much happening.
It was. You get 3 different instances of our 3 main characters waking up somewhere and trying to figure out where they are. You start off with the Doctor, and he's in a house, and you find out, okay, well, he's on a TV show.
Oh yeah, well, so that's supposed to be Big Brother.
Yeah, no, and they say Big Brother.
Like, oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they specifically say Big Brother. So it's first, okay, well, he's on a TV show. Okay, it's a game show. Oh, it's Big Brother. Okay. Rose, she wakes up and she's on the weakest link, which she had a little bit of a mental breakdown there at the beginning. Like,
I guess
that first round, like she's able to answer the first question, then she's just laughing. One guy gets a question wrong, and then she just starts laughing the rest of the time. Like,
yeah,
I was like, what is going on here? Like,
I thought that was pretty weird too.
I was like, this is crazy. And then you get Jack wakes up, and I don't know
what not to wear.
Is that what that was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know.
I only know because I always have IMDb up on this screen right here, and it's labeled as that. So
okay, yeah, and he's there with a couple robots who are dressing him, and that's Jackson, like his element right there, right? Like he's like, yeah, let's do this. Oh, I'm thinking this, you're thinking this. No, why don't we try that? Oh yeah, this is good. I like this outfit. I got a kick out of they use the clothes disintegrator, and they get rid of his clothes the first time. And he's like, are we live on TV right now? They're like, yeah. He's like, your ratings just went up, as he's standing there naked. I was like, oh,
geez. That was great. I loved how you kind of got to see a really like silly side of him.
Yes,
like he's always kind of had it, a little bit, but this one, like, he was just like being goofy and like trying stuff on, and kind of just stuff where you're like, oh, okay, so he's actually a fun guy to be around.
A little bit of almost like a Pretty Woman montage going on, trying on the different outfits and things like that. He's got the tennis racket. He's like, whoo. But then you quickly find out that if you lose, you die. In Jack's case, they were like, okay, well, we've changed all your clothes. Now it's time for us to change your face. And he's like, well, what do you mean? Well, we're going to replace your head with like a cat's head or a dog's head, or maybe no head at all. I don't know. We'll see. And he pulls a blaster out of his
There.
Badingus, right? He cornholed it or keistered it, as they call it. When you're heading to the big house, you keister things. But yeah, he pulls that out and he breaks out to go, find everyone. The doctor finds out that you get disintegrated if you lose in the Big Brother house, if you get evicted. To which he's like, you know what? Yeah, they're not going to disintegrate me. I'm here for a reason. There's a purpose for me being here. And he gets himself kicked out only to find out that, yeah, no, they're not going to disintegrate him. There's override protocols that save him from being disintegrated. And he's bringing on a new chick. What was her name? Was it Lindsay?
That sounds right. Let me see if it.
What was her name? I did not write her name down.
Jenna?
Okay.
Maybe?
Okay.
Oh, no. Wait, that's her real name. Linda.
Okay. Yeah, brings her along with him. He's like, come on, I'll get you out of here. And she's all like, well, I can go with you. He's like, yeah, you know what? You can join me. So he's already recruiting someone else to join him in the TARDIS. You got that going on. Rose is going through her thing. She loses. The doctor and Jack are trying to save her, and they fail. And then you see the doctor at a very, very dark period. Like, it's a short period, but he's not happy. Like, yeah. Meanwhile, there's a lot of stuff going on in the background with you kind of get that view of how things were on Satellite 5 when they were doing the news, and the people there, going through and running, except for this time they're alive as opposed to being dead like they were with the news. Everyone's kind of alive and doing things on their own. The doctor comes to realization that this is all his fault. Everything changed. The course of history changed 100 years ago when he was last there. So something he did caused something to change. So he's trying to figure all that out. Meanwhile, they start going after who's in charge, only to find out that Rose actually didn't get disintegrated. It's teleportation. So she got teleported out of there. They see all these ships that are being hidden. And then that's when you get the huge reveal, right? The Daleks are alive. And not only are they alive, but there's about 500,000 of them. And they have Rose hostage. And that's where they leave you. So you're like, what?
Yeah. They really like to do those cliffhangers.
They really do. But they also like to go ahead and spoil a lot of it in the next episode, which I don't watch anymore because of that. It was after the Slaverian episode where you see that, as they're all getting ready to die. Now, I didn't think they were going to die, but it kind of shows you how they get out of it, right?
Yeah,
like,
you still don't want it ruined.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, they're not dead. We have so many more episodes, but...
Right? We're on season 1. There's 11, I think.
Yeah.
So,
we're not dying anytime soon.
Now, granted, yes, there are different doctors throughout the period. They switch however often they switch. I don't know how often they switch. I don't think it's the same amount of time for every doctor. I think they just kind of run it for a while, then switch or what. I don't know. We'll find out as we go through it. But yeah, so you get that big reveal there at the end. The Daleks are there. Rose isn't dead. She's still alive. She's on the ship with the Daleks. Who knows where this episode's going to go, right? Like, you don't know, because as far as everyone was concerned, the Dalek that the Doctor ran into and the Doctor, they were all gone.
Yeah.
But they're not.
Yeah, I think they did a really good job so far, like on, this first episode, of just lots of questions.
Yes.
And trying to figure out, like, what's going on. Just right from the beginning all the way till it ends. It's just very much like, you get some ideas, but then you're like, but why are they doing it that way? And all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to the end episode.
Yeah. And then you've got the reveal that the company that is running the satellite is Bad Wolf, right? and then you find out the Daleks are the ones running the company. They're the ones running everything. So the Daleks are Bad Wolf, which if that's the case, have they been watching they've been watching the Doctor throughout all this whole run, this whole season? And have they been controlling things and planting, messages in people's heads? Like, when you were talking to Margaret, she came up with the name. He's like, "Where'd you get the name from?" She's like, "I don't know. It just sounded cool. I just came up with it. I don't know." Well, were the Daleks planning things to make her think that, to get her the name that, as they're running into people and they're using this term? Is this all orchestrated by the Daleks for this moment, as they're getting ready to take over Earth? Is their plan they're going to invade Earth and take it over? But the Doctor's going to come up with something. That's what he does, right?
Right. I mean, we know it's not over, so
right, obviously, right. But yeah, no, it's going to be interesting. I'm ready to see what happens next and kind of where it goes, and just enjoy it. 2 episodes left in the season. Knock those 2 out, and then it's time for season 2. So far, I've definitely enjoyed season 1. I'm looking forward to finishing it and tying a bow around the first season, give you some overall thoughts of the season and what I'm thinking of it, and going from there. So, you got anything else on this one?
I don't. I'm just excited.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, share, comment, follow, subscribe. All that fun stuff. If you have anything you want us to watch, shoot us over an email, parttimenerdpodcast@gmail.com. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.